Hello, darlings. It's Raymond with Haus of Darling Perfumier. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. It's scent mail time. So my friend Kim sent me some perfume and we are going to open it up and smell it here with y'all. Let you know what I think, first impressions, and just experience fragrance with you. So as you're coming in, please let me know what your scent of the day is. I need to know what you are wearing. Okay, so let's go here. I'm going to share some of the stuff here. Kix, how are you doing? Great to see you. Please let me know what your scent of the day is. I forgot what you were wearing from earlier. I'm going to send out some invites and let you know about what I did today. So if you haven't seen, I recently did post a review of Fenty Parfum. So let me know if you have experienced this fragrance. I put in a little dent since receiving this recently. I really like it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Hello, welcome in, Scented Notebook. Great to see you. Pheromone Cologne, Thiago, Alicia, the one who RSVP'd. Thank you so much. Kim, welcome in. Let's get you in. So I was talking about the Fenty Parfum. I just posted a review of this, but really like it. It's a nice grown-up scent with tons of like tangerine and orange. And then there's rose at like the very end with some patchouli and musk. It is so good. So go check that review. It's on my page. And then today, my scent of the day was Vanilla Vice from Vivamor. Let me know if you've experienced this fragrance. And let me know what your scent of the day is as you're coming in. I see you there, Joe. Hidden, how are you doing? Great to see you. Kim, how are you? Hi, Johnny.
I'm good. I can see you, so this is exciting.
You can see me. Perfect. Hello, mother.
Yeah.
Welcome in. Good to see you. Vanilla Vice today was really nice. It reminded me of, I kept seeing like fires. So taking like blonde, sweet wood and then watching it turn into a charcoal. And like the smoke coming off of the wood was the heliotrope. Really great pictures that I was seeing in my mind. It's got cognac, almond, suede, incense, heliotrope, Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, and ambergris. I wore Vanilla Vice today, and it was a
Isn't
yummy, yummy
isn't
experience.
isn't that the same name of as Sniff's Vanilla?
It is. That is Vanilla Vice from Sniff as well. This one came out in 2023 from Vivamor, and the perfumer is Bertrand Duchaufour and Pierre Flores. So let me know if you've experienced Vivamor. I did do a scented pages of Vivamor, so go check those out on my YouTube if you're interested in some of those fragrances. Johnny is wearing Jaco today from Karl Lagerfeld, one of your favorites. And I distinctly remember your Nissan Pulsar smelling like Jaco all the time. Everyone else has not told me what their scent of the day is. Please let me know what you're wearing as you are coming in here. I appreciate that. But we are here today to smell some fragrances that my friend Kim sent me. And we are going to open them up, get some first impressions, and let y'all know what I think. So, here's what we got. There's some samples in here as well. I think we should hold off on the bigger bottles. No, you almost threatened my life if I didn't smell Sunlit Ridge. So
Mm.
let's go ahead and do that one.
I didn't almost threaten your life. I
You
threatened our
did.
friendship.
Yeah, you did. I was trying to give you a little bit of grace, okay?
A little bit of grace by saying that I was ready to commit murder instead of ending a friendship. That is not grace, sir. You threw me into the abyss for no reason.
Oh my gosh, you are hilarious. Okay.
So I
So,
have them
this
all
first
here.
fragrance that we are going to smell is Sunlit Ridge by Bath and Body Works.
It's so
So,
good.
what made you buy Sunlit Ridge? Why were you drawn to it?
So I popped in towards the end of their last semi-annual sale. I don't know. I think I had a coupon for a free something or whatever. So I really didn't have any intention of buying anything. I was just gonna look around, get my free thing, and dip. And it was towards the end, so uh, from previous sales, like all the perfumes were gone, like the first like 2 days. Um, like you just couldn't find them online, in store, anything. So to see, this was the only one that was there. They had 3 bottles. Just to see it there, I was like, you know what? That being there, I'm gonna try it. So I smelled it and I was like, shit. And then I bought it, and then I came home and I actually wore it. So I got my free thing. I bought this, and I had a coupon. So this was already clearanced out to $12.50. I ended up getting it for $10 because I had a coupon, which I used because I had like a 20% off. I
Nice.
wasn't gonna buy anything else, and so yeah, so $10. Anyways, I got home and I wore it, and I was like, "Fuck, this is such a Ray fragrance." So the next day, I made sure I was there when they opened at 9 because I wanted to get one of those last 2 bottles. And by one of those last 2 bottles, I mean I bought the last 2 bottles because I walked in the door. I walked in the door, and the guy by the door was like, "Can I help you with anything?" And I went, "Nope." As I grabbed the bottles and like just kept walking. I didn't even stop. I just
Yeah,
grabbed
you
them and
even
went
told me
because they were
that.
the only thing in the
Like,
box.
I know
Um,
exactly what I need and what I'm here for.
yeah,
This,
I wanted to make sure, and then I was like, you know what? This is so good, and it's $12.50. I'll just take them both because I can send you one, and then there's a backup bottle. So
so this is Sunlit Ridge from Bath and Body Works, and here comes the Bath and Body Works lover, Brenda, my aunt. I always knew Brenda to have Bath and Body Works. She got me into cucumber melon, and then by there I got into sweet pea. Oh, I always remember sweet pea back in the day. And
do you
recently, Bath
remember
and Body
Sun?
Works has been upping
Yeah,
their perfume
yeah,
game.
but like, do you remember Sun-Kissed Raspberry? That was like the thing when I was in high
Sun-kissed
school. Sun-Kissed
raspberry,
Raspberry.
yep.
Well, it was
And then
either that
brown
or Love
sugar
Spell
and
from
fig.
Victoria's Secret.
Brown sugar and
So
fig. That
good.
one was so iconic in my life. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? It's great to see you. Brenda, what is your scent of the day? Sean, what is your scent of the day? Everyone else, tell me what your scent of the day is. No one's told me except for Johnny, and he's not even from Fragcomm. He's my brother. So thanks, Johnny. Okay.
I'm finishing the sample from my Ffern Spring 25 today. So
Oh, from Fern. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, perfect thing while
but
we're
this
on here,
is like,
too. We're going to check the other Fern bottles to see if they have the sun and the moon.
oh, so when I was sending all those pictures to the Discord, I realized they did have a bunch of tubes, and they don't. This is the first one that they did that to.
That's so cool. These are the
Yeah,
colors that I'm seeing for Sunlit Ridge. So when I spray this, I get really green vibes, and as in green, like lichen on a tree or like oak moss.
yeah.
Then it's very citrusy.
It's like a citrus. It's like a earthy citrus green, and it's
Yeah.
because it's the great. It's the grapefruit. It's grapefruit rind, warm hazelnut, and
Oak
oak
moss.
moss.
It's
I like this
very
so much that
earthy.
I do know the notes. It doesn't hurt that there are only the 3 of them, but
So good. And who knows, there's probably other notes and things in here as well, but that's mainly what you get. You get the citrus with the grapefruit, kind of
I don't
giving
know
a
that
little bit of
the
Vulgari Tigar
the
feeling,
box has those 3.
and Lamar,
Just saying.
because Lamar adds the patchouli, and this also has the patchouli. So it's got that kind of vibe going on. But then it's definitely very earthy with the oak moss, and then you get some woods. Um, Immediately right now, I don't smell the nuttiness. I smell some woodiness. I smell the green oak moss and the grapefruit. This is bright. It is fresh. It's invigorating. These are the colors that I am seeing. I really like this one so far.
But like seriously though, like how on the mark was I on this? I was like, this is a Ray fragrance. This is a Ray
Yeah,
fragrance.
this is really, really yummy. Hello, Esteban. Welcome in. How are you doing? We are smelling Sunlit Ridge from Bath and Body Works. If you're watching this on the replay, comment and let me know what your favorite Bath and Body Works fragrance is. I love this bottle because I'm a sucker for a square bottle. So it's
Mm-hmm.
hefty too. It's a nice like
Yeah.
weapon.
So like, and this is 100 mil. Like the original price on this, I think, was $59, $69. I think. Well, I'm not sure which one, but I mean,
Hello,
I
world.
wouldn't, I wouldn't be mad
At
at
60.
spending
No,
spending that price on this
agreed.
because the juice is good and the bottle is lovely. It
What's
looks
the
like
longevity
quality.
like?
Gosh, it's been a hot minute since I actually wore it
That's
for very long.
everyone's
I mean,
usually like biggest
I mean,
problem is like, oh, it doesn't last very long. But
yeah.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
price goes along with it, right?
yeah. I mean, it's a couple hours, and honestly, at again 12.50,
1250.
like I'll spray this on 4 times in a day if I have to smell like this all day.
The nuttiness is already starting to come
Hmm.
through now. This is pretty. I like that. And that's going to be so great for upcoming spring and even into summer because it's kind
Hmm.
of got that refreshing, quenching feeling from the grapefruit. But
It's
it,
that brightness. It's
yeah.
a very bright fragrance.
Hello, world. Welcome in. How are you doing? We are here with Kim, smelling some fragrances she sent in the scent mail. What is your scent of the day? Please let me know. We just smelled Sunlit Ridge. Let's go ahead and get into some of the decants. I want to wait for the one that's wrapped in the cellophane, which, by the way, is um, Mandarin Carnival from the Merchant of Venice.
I'll give them a sneak peek. Oh,
Look at
that's
that!
it.
Look at
So
that!
good.
So,
Everything about it is fantastic. You're gonna like gag over the packaging, like seeing it in person, because I know I've shown it to you on video before,
oh
but it's just so good.
yeah,
Which
I've
is why
never experienced one of those bottles in person yet.
of my open perfumes, this is the only one I have the box of. I
Gotta keep
know
that
like you tend to
for your
keep more
sake.
boxes than I do,
Yeah.
but so that tells you everything you need to know right there. This is the only one I have the box to. No, that's not true. This one in Love and Boston, I kept that because Jason signed the box.
Oh,
But
how sweet of
but
you.
if he hadn't signed the box, I would have tossed it in the fucking trash because I
Because
don't
I
care
don't
about
need
the
that.
boxes. I don't care about. I just don't care about the boxes on my fragrances. But this one, the packaging is immaculate. Had to keep it.
So you gotta
It's
keep
so
that
good.
one. Well, let's
So
get into
good.
one of your decants next that you sent to me. This is called Stay Out of the Basement by Dirty Soul Soap Company.
Which BT Dubs, this is how her extracts come. So this is an extract, and it was 50. The OG price was $50 for 4 ounces. And check this out. You're gonna like this. Look at that atomizer.
Ooh, nice. Ooh.
I told it is dirt, dust, must, damp, and like um, fruit that is slightly sweet from rotting because it's like fermenting.
So this is interesting. In my downstairs basement when I was growing up, we used to have to change this water filter.
Mm-hmm.
And like every now and then it would just like, drip a little bit of water onto just soil because it was in our basement. And this has reminded me of going downstairs to change that water filter.
Yeah, I got.
Alicia says stay out of the basement is bomb. There's something camphoric about this, something a little bit mentholated.
So what happened is, so this was part of her fall like and Halloween line. And then she put, I guess, the remains of it in the last chance. Well, when it was in the last chance, it was $15. Regular price, $50. It was $15. And at least, and I like that, dirty, dark, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you will like this. And if you don't, it was $15. Go get it. And she did. She just trusted me and blind bought this thing. And she's like, it's good.
Oh, I
It's
get
good.
what you mean
So
by
good.
like there's a slight sweetness like in the back. Like it's not in the front, it's like in the back, but it's definitely there.
Yeah.
It smells
It's
like
not even like, it's like if the scents were layered, the dust and the dirt and the moisture, and then the fruit's here. Like you can smell it through. It's not coming through. You smell it through everything else.
I agree with what you're saying there.
But it's like
Alicia, please.
when fruits start to ferment, they get a little sweeter. Like in the beginning, like a banana when it starts to get old, it turns brown, but it's a sweeter fruit. So that's what it makes it think.
Yeah, you're totally right. Not like an apple or something either. It's almost something kind of fibrous or something like there's some substance to it. Alicia, please let me know what you like about this fragrance. Right now I'm smelling what I think a cobweb would smell like, mixed
So
with dirt and a little bit of like moistness. It's not wet, it's not muddy, but there's moisture.
So the notes are
What is that?
dust, mildew, cement floor, aging wood, rotting fruit. And look at this label. It's like,
Oh, I love that. Don't go in the basement. And that's an extrait, you said?
yeah, it's an extrait.
Okay, and this is
4 ounces, even at retail, $50 for 4 ounces of an extrait.
yeah.
Anyways, like I told you, I did buy an extra one in case you loved it when you got the sample. So because it was only $15.
It smells like there's patchouli in here as well. That's kind of like grounding. I definitely smell some concrete, like Alicia is saying, like moist concrete. It's moist. There's moistness in the air.
And as it develops, that sweetened rotten fruit kind of gets a little bit stronger. Ooh, it becomes not to the forefront, just more of like the heavy hitter. Like when you first spray it on, it's definitely the must and dirt and mildew.
Yeah.
But the longer it's on there, it starts becoming. You still smell those things, but it becomes more like of that sweetened rotten fruit forward.
Those are the colors that I'm seeing for don't or stay out of the basement. Really pretty color palette.
Yeah. Lucia said, yes, dusty musty about dead fruits. I smell moist concrete.
Musty.
And then I scrolled up like an idiot. Yeah, musty wet walls. I just sprayed, so I'm telling you at first spray. It will enhance the fruits. I was telling, hey, Lisa, have you tried layering it with a vanilla?
Ooh. This is really nice. It's very visceral. Again, I keep seeing in my mind like me pulling myself through like thick cobwebs. Like I'm getting that kind of like, I don't know why I keep seeing like me smelling a cobweb, and this is what a cobweb would smell like.
I ended up doing the vanilla thing on accident. I have like that PTSD mush brain, and I forget shit. So I put on a vanilla perfume, and that was like my scent of the day. And then I forgot that I put something on. I was putting something away in the cabinet, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to wear this." So then I put it on. I realized I was also wearing the vanilla, and I was like, "This is elite."
Together, you're like, yeah, this is working good.
Yeah. I mean, it could have definitely gone completely the other direction, especially with the way that this is like a dusty, musty, rotten fruit fragrance. Like, it could have went really, really south.
Yeah.
It ended up doing really well.
I can see how it would work with that sweetness of the fruit, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. I had never heard of that company before. How did you get hooked up with this?
So, as you know, and you know what? I don't think people really are going to understand this unless I show. As you know, I am absolutely completely and utterly obsessed with the Bridgerton Queen Charlotte's Tea candle from Bath and Body Works, and it's the only time I've ever been upset that they didn't do like a body care line.
Mm-hmm.
Stack 3 high. There's 3 stacks here, 2 stacks here, 3 stacks here, and then also those 2.
I mean, when they have that to sell.
Because I'm obsessed with it. She makes a dupe body spray of it, and I bought a sample, and since I was buying a sample of that, I bought a sample of a couple other things, and that's how I found it. I was actually looking to see if I could find that fragrance oil anywhere, so I could have it put in my diffuser or something like that, and that's how I found the company, and I went through. She makes there's a couple product options, but body spray and extracts have a lot of popular scents. A handful of actual like known perfumes, and a bunch of them are like Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works, like retired fragrances.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And then she has a bunch of originals as well.
Yeah, I see on her website. Smells good. Welcome in. How are you doing? I see on her website she has a tag of like what it's supposed to be a dupe of.
Yeah.
So, okay, interesting.
So I bought a bunch, and I mean, you could see that from the sample I sent you. Like, it's a good size sample, and I think it was like 250. Like, that's not bad for 250.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 3 ml. Like I think that's a 3 ml. So I ended up getting like, I think like 10. The first time I ordered, I got the Queen Charlotte's Tea, and then I just got a bunch of, because I wasn't just going to spend $250 in shipping. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I just got like a handful of things. There's one, I can't remember the name of it. It is a brown sugar pear, golden pear and brown sugar, I think, and I think it's like a 2011 Bath and Body Works thing, and it's one that my friend Cam absolutely loves. She said it's her favorite one ever, but like if you try and find it online, they're selling the body spray for like $80. And Dirty Soul Soap Co., she makes one, so I bought a sample of that and I sent it to Cam with her Christmas stuff, and I was like, I can't smell this and tell you if it's a good dupe. It's like, I can tell you that the Queen Charlotte smells exactly like my candle. I was like, so I'm gonna send it to you, and then this is where I got it. If it is what you think, like. And she said it was. She said it's pretty damn close to what she remembers.
Well, they got signature scents on here as well, so not everything is dupe. There's signature scents as well. Some stuff that is
they have
after cereal, which looks pretty interesting. So, okay.
Yeah, they have a bunch of their own like original stuff, which is really good. And honestly, the prices are reasonable. The 4-ounce extract is $50.
Yeah, that's really good.
Were you looking when I did the atomizer?
Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah.
Great atomizer.
I mean,
and right now they do have 15% off their first order with DS15 at checkout. So that's Dirty Soul Soap Company, and we sprayed Stay Out of the Basement.
So because I found her like around fall. Is when I did that first order. I can't say like for certain about a bunch of things, but she does seem to bring in stuff seasonally. Like there were a lot more of like the Christmassy Bath and Body Works stuff on there around Christmas time. I know she launched like a Halloween stuff, and this was an original. I'm not completely certain. It looks like seasonally they release a lot of and then some of it's dupe, some of it's original.
Stay Out of the Basement's on their last chance part of their website, but still available.
And it's $15 for the extract if they have it. That's why I bought it.
And they just released 20 new scents, so go Dirty Soul Soap Company. After smelling,
I will say this though. It is a small business, and it seems to be like a one-woman show. So if you're ordering from the last chance, that actually came pretty fast. My order from the last chance was here in about a week. But if you're ordering like the stuff that has to be like made because it's current, it took I think about 3 weeks for my 10 samples because again, it is a small business and there appears to only be one person doing it. So,
It
give
says
them
3
some
times
grace
2 to 4 weeks.
give them some grace and have some patience. And it's definitely worth it. And the super fun thing is, if you're like me and you forget shit, when it does show up, it becomes a present that you bought
That
yourself
you totally
because
forgot about.
you completely forgot about it. I'm like, what on earth did I order? And you open it, and you're like, oh yes.
After going from Sunlit Ridge to Stay Out of the Basement, Stay Out of the Basement is actually really sweet. It is. Like when you smell the juxtaposition of the citrus and then you go back to it, there is a really nice
Yeah, that
sweetness to it.
the wet, musty, dusty parts kind of tone down a bit,
Yeah.
which really gives that sweetened, rotted fruit a chance to shine.
World just got his Oud Mukalat from Darren Allen. I love Darren Allen. Please let us know what you are experiencing and smelling with that one. And we're going to go into our next decanter.
Hey,
Let's go into a random.
World,
Yeah.
were you the one that bought the Winter 24?
Okay, the next one I have here is Maison Asrar Coffee Blend.
Oh, so that's this one.
Tell
I
us.
got this. I'm not
These
gonna.
are
I got
the
this on TikTok Shop. I actually got it in a bundle, so it was both of these. This is a vanilla one. It was $60 for both, free shipping. And they're
pretty
I believe
bottles.
they're I believe they're 100 mil. Look at the top. I like the top. It's like a knotted swirl,
Ooh,
and they're both
yeah.
like that.
What made you decide to buy them? The price or what?
Okay, so I've seen like a lot of so I bought this right before the ban. Um, all the decants I sent you, I bought them right before the ban. I mean, the businesses were still gonna send them. So, but I've seen a lot of videos about the vanilla, that it's a great vanilla, it lasts all day or whatever, and it's like $45 on its own, or I got them both for 60, and I'm like, I would be an idiot not to get them both because they were in a bundle.
Yeah. Oh, this is good.
It smells more like a
Cafe Olay. Hey TJ, welcome in. Please let me know what your scent of the day is. We just sprayed coffee blend from Maison Asrar. And
so this is gonna sound like weird, but it smells like a latte, but not like milky creamy.
no, yeah, it's a little bit drier, I feel, instead of like
Yeah,
creamy.
it's
World.
it's not a drip. It doesn't smell like a drip coffee. It doesn't smell like an espresso. It is it is obvious. It is definitely a coffee fragrance, but it is like a coffee drink that tones down the bitterness of the coffee. It's got just a teeny smidge of sweetness, and then there's something else, but it's not lactonic. It's not creamy. So I mean that I don't know what it is, but I do enjoy wearing this.
So I would say it is creamy, and the only reason why I say that is just because like it feels like it's like a white floral, and there's creaminess to the wood. But I agree with you saying that it's not lactonic. I don't feel like it's lactonic, but I feel like there's a creamy texture to it. I smell coffee. I smell like bitter almond, white florals, caramel, and maybe like mahogany wood or something like that, like a darker ebony or something like that.
I could not possibly tell you what any of the notes are on this. I didn't care. My girl math brain said the coffee one's $15, and that's how we ended up here.
Y'all, I am now feeling FOMO with you and World Alicia. I need to jump on Darren's Scent Club. I have been wanting to do that because I buy my naturals from him. So I need to get on his Scent Club so that we can make that like a monthly scented pages because I do love Darren Allen so much.
I get the emails. I think I'm gonna sign up for so I get April, but
Do it.
I think it was last month was one of when I was going to do it originally. I think it was last month. It might have been the month before, but I'm pretty sure it was March. It was a gardenia scent, and I was like, I'm absolutely not going to spend my adult money on a gardenia scent on purpose.
Hater.
Gardenia gives me a headache, like a really bad headache. Yeah, so like I figured I'd start like after.
Ooh. Okay. On my skin, now I do smell milk.
I'm gonna put this on my skin.
I smell like milk, hazelnuts. I'm getting that like warm hazelnut from Sunlit Ridge.
There's something a little nutty.
Coffee.
And also,
white
I'm gonna do a paper towel. I'm tired of spraying my table. Like, look at the atomizer.
Ooh,
it's got a nice atomizer too.
Nice, yeah.
Which is why I went to go spray it in the crook of my elbow, and I'm now wearing it from here to here because I forgot about the atomizer.
Maison Azrar.
I got this from through TikTok Shop, but with Aroma Concepts in Florida was where I got the bundle.
Alicia has 4 from Darren Allen. World, did you sign up for Ffern? Did you get on the ledger? So you showed us the message. Are you on the ledger for Ffern? Okay, I just looked up the notes, and it says that this came out in 2025, so brand new. It's got coffee, milk, and sweet almond in the head. In the heart, amber, licorice, white flowers, and in the hind, vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, musk. Licorice. I'm not really picking up that licorice per se, but I like that it's in there.
I got like a little bit of that anise if you do the exhale on it and then breathe in. Otherwise, I don't.
And breathe in. Okay. These are the colors that I'm getting for Coffee Blend from Maison Azrar.
Alicia, always check your spam box. All of my 3 out of every 4 emails I get from Ffern go into my spam, and I don't know why. I always check my spam box. I clear out my spam box every other day, and I always check it first. My Ffern one is always in there, almost always in there. I don't know why.
I will send you some samples gladly. So let me write that down right now so I don't forget.
Is he talking about Ffern?
Yeah.
So, well, the thing with the Ffern is, they send you the full thing, and it's sealed, and then in there's a little box, and the box has 2 tester strips. It has a sample, and it has yes, right there. It's got a terracotta like diffuser stone, and sometimes it has seeds, sometimes it has tea, and they're all like local. This last one came with sweet or sugared or sweet violet seeds. Last spring, rhubarb seeds. But you try the sample. You have 7 days to go on their site and say you want to return it. You try it, and as long as you don't open that, show them the inner box with the seal. As long as you don't open the inner box, you can return it.
Yeah. So there is yes, they do charge you ahead of time, but you just return it back, and then they just refund you.
So the first time I've returned both autumns. Autumn 23, they refunded my money, but I think they've changed tactics because now you just get a credit on your account for the next one.
Thank you for clarifying.
So I returned autumn 24 because I didn't like it, and then when My brain died. Oh, when Winter 25 came out, I didn't have to. They didn't charge me for it because they had the
To
credit.
get the credit.
Okay,
I am welcome
so well,
in.
I am like obsessed with Winter 24, partially because it's amazing, but also partially because it is a rose fragrance that I like. I have my first one was Autumn 23, so Autumn 24. So
Alicia, yes, they do project.
Yeah,
I think they do.
I've gotten 7 Ffern fragrances, and I've only returned 2. And I have actually bought 2 aftermarket. Ray's a collector. He will keep them all. So he's not the he's not the best judge on that. I bought I think I bought like summer 22 and like I think I have like spring or summer, and I have spring or summer and winter 22 because I got them for very cheap.
My favorite world, and I'll send you a sample of it because this bitch got a dent in her, but Spring 23 was off the chain for me. Look at that. It's
That's the rhubarb.
so good.
There is a reason why I have 4 backup winter 24s and 4 backup spring 24s. I only have 2 summers.
The Spring 23 is so good. And one thing I was just talking to someone the other day about this with Ffern. The thing I like about them is that they're a snapshot of the environment, the ingredients of that equinox or solstice. They can use the same exact supplier next year, but in their the last update that they sent, they talked about how they got more rain this year than expected. And so that made one of their notes a little bit more fruity, I think they said. And so even though they do tend to be similar sometimes, there's enough nuances. It's just like you're getting a snapshot of that season. And that's what I appreciate about them. Even if they're using kind of some of the same notes, and not all of them use the same notes, but yes, they do smell a little similar. There's enough differences I find in appreciation to say, oh, like that's cool that there was more rain this year, so it's going to change the way that the eucalyptus smells or whatever. I kind of like that. I think it's kind of cool.
I mean, I like they give you a whole story. They have like a short film. They have um, like a podcast or something on the thing, and everything is like very focused on that on that season,
release.
you know, and it's all like if we pulled out and I don't have them on me, but if we pulled out the winter 25 and the winter 24 reads, they both read 2 completely different things, even though they do have a similar vibe. They're different, and I could tell that they're different, but they do have a similar vibe. But the write ups, the story, it's all different.
Yeah, well, I'll send some to you because I think Ffern is I've told Kim this many times. If I were to come out with a perfume brand, it would follow how Ffern releases their perfumes and stuff very closely. I like them as a brand. I like how they do their marketing. I like how they make videos and movies, a podcast. They have music, art. They do really cool stuff, and I like how they market to me. I eat it up. I love
Ffern. And everything's a story. I remember summer 24 was like and this is they're in I think Somerset, England, but they're talking about like the Italian community, and so for their advertising on Instagram, it was like videos of like a gathering of people of different genders and ages who are Italian, who are but also English, and talking about being Italian and traditions and how important the Lenin is and stuff like that. Like it was very fantastic.
And they always make art that they send in, which is so beautiful. You always know the release schedule because they send you 4 every year, so you already know exactly when you're going to receive your future fragrances. I just love it. I think it's so much fun. Okay, this coffee blend, that anise now is kicking up in now that it's kind of cooling down a little bit, and I really do smell that anise. And there's something really yummy about anise and coffee together. It smells really great. This is
Yeah, it's really good. Even though, like, I hate licorice. I'm not a huge fan of the way anise smells, like, just in general, but it works here. As it dries down, that anise starts coming out. The licorice starts coming out a bit more, but that whatever the nut is, that nuttiness kind of steps back. I've never smelled that. Don't even.
So this is a not. This is her cousin, but this one lives in New York.
That's the flanker. That's the flanker that they added the coffee note to. That a lot of people were disappointed that it wasn't as coffee as they thought.
It's not as coffee as I would think.
People were expecting like coffee, like black opium coffee, and that's not what they got. So I have seen a lot of things that people disappoint. They're like, it's a good scent. It's not what I thought it was going to be, and I'm disappointed.
So I would say this one focuses more on the white florals with the coffee. This one, I would say, is more the coffee with the anise. But they are definitely cousins. Like I said, this one's New York, high class, and this coffee blend is from like Pacoima, you know? Just
Which, by the way, did you see how ridiculous my water bottle is?
So
it's a half gallon.
I love that. Eddie, welcome in. Great to see you. How are you doing? We just sprayed coffee blend from Maison Azrar. Is that the name?
Yeah, I think so.
Maison Azrar. And these are the colors I'm sniffing.
That tracks. That tracks with a coffee fragrance.
Esteban is wearing Caramel Maple Toffee by Essential Harmony. Ooh, I need to smell some stuff from D. That's for sure. Okay, let's get into the next one here. Again from Maison Azrar, and this one's the Vanilla Voyage.
Same bottle.
So this was your TikTok
same
shop
cute
buy.
top. Yeah. Doom scrolling, I've seen about the vanilla a whole bunch, and people are saying it is long lasting. It lasts forever. I've never done a wear test on the vanilla, which is ridiculous because part of the reason that I bought it was that it was a long lasting vanilla.
Did you layer this one to stay out of the basement?
Yeah.
This one that you layered? Oh, okay.
This is where I put it on, forgot that I put it on, and then put on Stay Out of the Basement. And then the thing is, the Stay Out of the Basement is so strong. Like, as soon as I put it on, I was like, oh shit, I was already wearing a vanilla.
This is good.
Vanilla.
But I just recently purchased a perfume that smells awfully like this.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a bit like nope, Felicity.
This one smell, I swear these smell a lot alike.
Felicity. No. You're going to feel like an idiot when you smell this one for saying that.
I love you so much.
You're going to be like, well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever said.
This is fluffy,
a little
marshmallowy.
It's a little creamy.
Yeah.
It's not, it's a sweeter vanilla, but it's not, vanilla. But it's not like crazy sweet. This isn't like, Vanilla 28 sweet, like Khair Vanilla 28 sweet. It's not, Candy Rock Sugar sweet. Yeah. This is a sweet that comes from something, creamy.
I almost kind of feel...
Same brand, same bottle as the coffee one, Alicia, but it's called Vanilla Voyage.
I say Voyage.
Voyage. I got them in a bundle for $60 because the vanilla by itself was $45. So girl math said this one's $15. I should just buy it.
Oh,
I did.
Hicks likes Felicity a lot. This one smells like buttery. This is almost like, I don't know why, but I see in my mind a croissant, but like with vanilla icing on it or something.
I'm laughing because you said croissant.
I don't know if that's how you say it. I just see that's how people say it. So, croissant. So I smell like a buttery caramel. This one definitely, there is honey, but it also smells like the honey's coming from other things, like tonka bean or from the caramel, like it's added in the caramel.
Yeah, it smells more like a honey flavored something versus just straight honey.
There you go.
Like honey flavored marshmallows versus honey
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
But it's such a good vanilla. We're gonna do Felicity next just because I wanna see you feel very stupid.
I'm feeling a lot like minus the like the sparkling champagne.
Not even close.
What's
Not even
You need
close.
to get your nose fixed.
Not even close. You're about to feel real stupid. And honestly, I will revel in it.
Oh my gosh, you are the best. I just love you so much. Oh,
It's because I said I was going to send Jason a potato, isn't it?
I think if that is actually true and they will deliver a potato, that would be amazing.
They will. I've been on the internet long enough to know that you can write an address on a potato, put postage on it, and they will deliver it.
Chris, by the way, your review is going to be coming out by the end of this week. And Kim was critiquing me highly on the photos I was taking of your perfume bottle.
So, Chris, if you appreciate both his video and the pictures of this fragrance, thank me.
Thank Kim.
I was like, it's not centered. Zoom in. You can't see the label.
I was like, do I get your approval? And finally, I got her approval off one of them. These are the colors that I'm seeing for Vanilla Voyage, which is interesting because with vanilla, I think in my head, bias would say like yellows and creams. But
yeah, whites and browns.
Yeah,
yellow.
But these are the colors that I'm seeing. Not so much this neon pink, a little bit more subdued, but yeah, these are kind of the colors that I'm seeing. There's kind of a warmth in here with it as well.
Yeah, and the sweetness, the longer it wears, the sweetness dies out. No, listen, Chris, you have to appreciate this because he was like, hey, my friend with severe OCD who's not as medicated as she should be, look at this picture. And I'd be like, it is off center and it is physically making me uncomfortable. Please fix it.
I'm like, what
and then he did.
No, this one,
And he did his video, and I was like, I don't like that the bottle's tilted. It makes me feel physically uncomfortable. And then he fixed it, and then he was like, he played it, and I was like,
I got her.
I love it. I was like, that's good. I was like, that's some good shit right there. Yeah.
So if you are all in here haven't, go follow Chris at Statik Olfactive. Chris did send me the newest release, Finding Forbidden Love, and I'm working on that review. It'll be up by the end of this week.
Yeah.
Also,
Ray sent me some of that.
The Forbidden Temple as well. I need to get my nose out into the wild because I do love, love, love Darren Allen. And I'm so excited for all that you're doing. Chris, that new bottle on Finding Forbidden Love.
I have
so
the samples of the Forbidden Temple and the Into the Wild. You need to send me some of that new one.
Is Felicity also Maison Asrar?
No, it is Khair by Paris Corner.
Oh, this is the
which I'm probably pronouncing it. No, this is the one that
is the pistachio one.
Yes,
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this is the one that's going to make you feel like a dummy for saying the other one smells like silk
Okay.
santal.
Okay.
But
Here we
okay,
go.
so real quick back to Statik. Into the Wild. You will be obsessed with Into the Wild. It is such a good green
Thank you.
fragrance.
Yeah.
I love it. BTWs.
I love Elise. She's like, I thought they looked lovely. Well, they didn't. That's why I send my photos to Kim, because I need a critical eye. All right, let's spray this next fragrance. This one is Felicity by
Wait, look, did you
Khair.
see? Chris said, so happy you enjoy it. Did you see? I've got Darren Allen back. I can't read. I'm so excited for my next two as well. Paired his and hers release coming soon.
Yes! Thank you, Chris, for letting us know. That is amazing. Because I love Darren. We were just talking about him earlier. I'm gonna get on his monthly scent club. So great work.
I
I
feel
look forward to
like
this.
I feel like we're in an exclusive club and in on a secret.
Yes, thank you for letting us know. Oh, this is really pretty. Okay.
If you do a side by side with Silk Santal, you can tell the difference. If you don't,
Then not so much.
it's almost indistinguishable. You'd have to like really you would have had to go to perfume school and get a degree in this to just really be crazy knowledgeable about this to know that they're different. But if you've worn Silk Santal and then you smell this, same, because that was the point of this. The point of this was to be an alternative to that.
So
I mean, I think basically this whole line, because they have one. It's the only one I think that I don't have. That's that everybody says is like the rock candy sugar.
So this to me smells like rose, musk, and sugar. This is reminding me of sparkling sugar from Clean Reserve. No, that's incorrect, Raymond. Oh, way different on this. Okay, there's patchouli in here. No, girl.
Spray the silk santal on your other arm, because literally smelling them one after the other is the only way to tell that they're different.
I think I'm still going over towards the other one, Vanilla Voyage.
Well, we're all allowed to be wrong sometimes.
We are. No, and you're wrong.
I'm absolutely not wrong.
Oh my god, Silk Santal is so much sweeter. Like
yes,
the Felicity.
right. That's what I said was, if you only smell the Felicity, but you've smelled the Silk Santal before, you're going to think that it's the Silk Santal. The only way to tell that they're absolutely different is to do the side by side, and that's how you know this isn't a perfect dupe. It is just a very good close facsimile.
There's a texture in Felicity that I'm feeling, that sugar texture, that I really enjoy.
I don't think Felicity has like the champagne bubbly effect that Silk Santal has.
Yeah.
Silk Santal smells
different.
bubbly, like a prosecco. It smells like a slightly dry, prosecco, but it smells bubbly.
Yes.
Felicity doesn't have that.
No, I say your nose is wrong, but I appreciate your opinion.
You're literally the only person that I have ever seen say that these aren't very, very similar.
I
So
really feel
who's
Felicity's
wrong
got
here?
like a dark, it's got a lot of patchouli in it. There's like a a oak moss or sugar crystalline thing. Usually, when in my mind, when I see this crystalline thing, it's usually oak moss or sugar. Okay, okay. If you put them in the same, like, you know, like, what am I trying to say?
I think if they were both made either by this brand or Kaoli, you would call them flankers of each other.
Okay, I'll give you
They're
that. I'll give you that.
they're close enough where you could believe it's like the black opium and then the black opium coffee, or black opium not coffee, whatever we want to
Okay,
call it. Um,
put it
but you
in that
wouldn't say
perspective.
it's a one for one dupe.
Put it in that perspective. I will concur with what you are saying there.
As you should, because I am amazing and also
As
right in all
one
things.
should, always and forever, Kim.
Just tattoo it
Interesting.
on
So
yourself so you never forget.
these are the colors that I'm seeing for Felicity.
I think that is the most interesting and unexpected palette for a fragrance I have ever seen you bust out.
Yeah, there's some really pretty colors of like, I see like round berries, like red brown berries, but there's like a really pretty green color that's coming through.
Because I think, and again, the point
I
was for
agree,
them to
Alicia.
do, they wanted to do something similar, and I think Silk Santal has juniper, which might be where you're getting the green from.
Alicia, I totally agree with you. I actually think the Khair is one that I would pick up, like smelling them on each arm. If someone's like, which one would you want to buy? I get the Felicity. I like that. I like that patchouli feeling that's coming through with it. And that
And this
bottle
one's
is
like,
beautiful.
yeah, it's got so it's a little more transparent here, but it's an ombre and it's 100 mil and it's I think it's like $45 or $40. I think I spent like 45 or 50 and got both of these together. Because
Oh my
again,
gosh.
girl math, this was $5 or $10, so I kind of had to.
Makes sense.
It's the law.
Makes total sense. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, we are coming up here on almost an hour, and I don't want to keep all of your time. So we do have three more samples to go through, but I did promise this Mandarin Carnival. So let's get into Mandarin Carnival and let's experience this fragrance.
Yes, girl, our math does rule. Because here's what happened. So let's just pretend it was 50 because I don't remember, right? So this was I could get this for 40 or I could get them both for 50, which means they're both $25, which means I saved so much money on this one. Girl math.
It makes so much sense.
Girl math.
So how did you get, I think you maybe even said it before, but how did you first get in with Mandarin Carnival?
Um this shit's so dumb. Basically, I was dicking around on Max Aroma, and seeing like the brand, they have the page that shows what brands are on discount, and Merchant of Venice was like 50% off or something. And so I just started like going through and looking, and this was $53. And I was like, you know what? 1.7 ounces for $53. And it just had a lot of, it was like a citrus scent. And I thought, if I'm going to blind buy, a citrus scent is like really kind of safe. And that's how I ended up with Mandarin Gum. I love this.
This is gorgeous.
This is why I have the box. It's got like, it shows like all the
Like
routes.
the spice routes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like it gives you the name of the route, and so then they're on the map. But it says the Bucks, Merchant of Venice, is a brand of artistic perfumery which takes its inspiration from the ancient Venetian perfumery art. The fragrances are the result of skills of master perfumers who reinterpret the recipes from the Venetian tradition. The colors and shapes of the precious bottles are inspired by the processing techniques from the millinery tradition of Murano glass blowers. And then this says Muda, the back says Muda del Trafego, which is on the map is the blue path. It says the Muda del Trafego was headed towards Tunis and following Africa as far as Alexandria, ending in Beirut. Many citrus fruits were imported via this route. It's interesting. Route? Who knows? As well as valuable raw materials such as sandalwood, oregano, myrtle, mastic, and black mustard. And then the notes on this is Italian mandarin, Malaysian tamarind, velvet peach, aquatic rose, cashmere wood, and musk.
This bottle is garbage. It's so beautiful.
And this, I love this.
Hello, Anna.
That is, that's on there. That's not coming off. But you got on the band, Merchants of Venice, and then this tag says, it's Mandarin Carnival. And if you flip it over, it says it's the Murano collection.
Take your mind.
It's just like these beautiful little touches. And if you look at the lid, there's a compass on it.
So here we go. The Mandarin Carnival from the Murano collection. Yeah, so beautiful. Oh my gosh, Kim, thank you so much. This is such a gorgeous bottle.
Okay, let's see. The Murano collection. From the late Middle Ages and the early years of the Republic, Venice was the center of trade between the West and the East. During this period, the Venetian merchants imported spices, textiles, silks, gems, gold, and essential oils that were then distributed throughout Europe. The maritime trade routes were serviced by convoys of ships, mainly comprising fleets of Venetian galleys, which imported and exported valuable goods and connected the main trade centers of the entire Mediterranean and Asian regions. A stable trade system called mood was established. The mood are a source of inspiration for the entire Murano collection, which suitably expresses the perfect merging of olfactory refinement and beauty. And if you go to this part, Ray, and feel that, it's debossed.
Yeah,
it isn't just printed, it's debossed. So it's every little piece of this is just so thoughtfully put together, which is exactly why I still have the box.
Hi, Jason. Howdy, Kim.
Yes, Alicia. I'm mailing you a potato. Give me your address. I want to send you a really nice present and not a potato. I would never do that. That's weird.
Very surprised that you like this because there's rose in here.
There is, but it's not a rose fragrance. I don't mind a fragrance that has some rose in it. I don't like rose
fragrances. Okay, I totally.
I like the Citrus 24, the Ffern's Winter 24 is very citrusy, but it's also very rose. So I consider that a rose fragrance. It is not a citrus fragrance with some rose. That is a rose citrus fragrance.
You've made me a happy girl. So I have always been telling everyone that I like darker scents, tobacco, woods. I like those darker scents. I have to admit to myself that I'm a fruity, musky girl. This is so good. It's got the musk. It's got the fruit. There's a little bit of rose that's in there. It's soft and like I can feel almost each of the nibs in the citrus. Like when you're feeling the outside rind of it.
You can really smell that mandarin, and you can smell that tamarind underneath it.
If anyone wants to smell a orange fragrance, this is the bitch. This is so good.
And it does come in a bigger bottle, but I find that this bottle is a perfect amount.
I agree. I understand what you mean. I'm just surprised because again, just know that you're not very fond of rose. This is not a rose-centered fragrance, but you can smell rose back there.
Yeah. It's rose fragrances that I don't like. One that is mainly primarily rose, except for the three that I mentioned, and they are primarily rose. Ffern Winter 24 is a rose fragrance. It is a citrus rose fragrance. It's not a citrus fragrance with rose. It is a citrus rose fragrance. Helfetti is rose, and then Rose Era is rose. Sniff's rose is rose. That is a rose fragrance. There is no hiding from that, and I do enjoy that one. But I got that one because they do let you sample it first, but also because I saw a lot of videos of people saying that it is a rose fragrance for people who don't like rose fragrance, and I agree.
Well, these are the colors that I'm seeing from Mandarin Carnival from the Merchant of Venice. Usually with citrus fragrances, I get like a energizing feeling. And in this one, I don't necessarily get that feeling, but I get a feeling like I'm with people that I love, my friends. I'm having a really good time. This is, again, I don't want to use the word energizing, but it has that same type of energy.
It's like it's got a brightness. It's bright and a little earthy. It's like bright and down to earth.
Ooh, now I smell that like tamarind kind of tartness kind of coming through a little bit. So good to see you, Carlos. We are smelling Mandarin Carnival from the Merchant of Venice.
Which, like, the longer it wears, you start that Mandarin starts toning down, because when you first spray it on, the Mandarin really does kind of punch you in the face. It is very citrus fragrance. But as it starts to settle, the Mandarin tones down, and then the other stuff really starts to come through a lot more.
It matches my nails. Look at that. How did you know, Kim? How did you know?
Well, technically, I had that packaged up for you before you bought that nail polish. So how did you know?
There we go. Oh, that is so beautiful. I really like that a lot.
Like this, and again, this was a total blind buy because I have adult money. I explained this in the Discord. I have adult money, not light it on fire and throw it in the trash money. There's a difference. So this was a really good price on sale, and it was a citrus fragrance, which for me, I find blind buying a citrus fragrance is generally okay. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to like it. And this was like the perfect, like, for me, the perfect like introduction to Merchant of Venice.
Yeah, this is.
I haven't gotten anything else because I'm just not there at the moment. But this made me want to look into them more and get more of their stuff.
And Carlos was saying that Merchants of Venice is owned by the same house that owns PK Lease Fragrances and Pinot Silvestre. Police Fragrance and Police and Pinot Silvestre. This is my first time smelling them. I've always looked at their bottles. Their Maria Callas bottle, that black and white one. I've seen that one for a really long time. And Alicia was saying as well, check out Joma Shop sometimes for some good prices. I've seen some good prices also on Max Aroma. So, all right. Well, Cam, I do have 5 more fragrances to smell with you. So we're going to have to meet up one more time to finish these fragrances.
I only have. Tell me what you have, because I only have 3 over here, which means my
Soul of the Forest.
Oh yeah, well that was just a sample. I probably still have that myself. That's not true. I think I used it because
Sweet Heaven Ice,
it's really good.
Sweet Heaven Cherry, and Paris Corner Kayal. Oh, and then Lala
Okay,
Wu.
yeah.
But we've already smelled that one. I forgot.
Yeah, we already did Lala Wu.
Yeah.
That was because I ordered a full size, and then because it was on.
Alicia.
And then I girl mathed buying a 3-pack of travel set of the travel because It was like $36. But I had already bought the full size of the Lala Woo, so that's why you got the travel Lala
And then
Woo.
Alicia is getting my La La Wu sample sent over to her. So see how we go all around. And that's part of the girl math as well. So you are going to meet me again so that we can smell the rest of these fragrances. But I appreciate you being here and spending your time with me. You are one of my favorites, and I appreciate you.
It's because I offered to send Jason a potato, isn't it?
That's the only
I knew
reason
that.
why
I knew
we will
that would
do
gain
it.
me some friends.
I love
Stupid
you. You're so
Jason.
amazing. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. If you don't know, I repost all of these lives on my YouTube. So if you're not following me there, go find me, House of Darling Perfumier, subscribe, and share with others who love fragrance just as much as you. I will see you in another one, Kim. I love
Later.
you.
Later.
Bye.